Right, I'm going to attempt to do an experience report, hopefully on methamphetamine. However, I have only taken methamphetamine twice, and to be honest, I don't like the experience. Well, it's not like I didn't enjoy the experiences, or like, how would I put it? They didn't live up to their reputation. It was just, I don't think they were worth the next day damage, to be honest. So anyway, yeah, I've taken 2 doses in my life, both times in Australia, both separate times visiting there. So basically, I visit Australia every few years, and I took them about 2 years apart, if that makes any sense. So the first thing I'll say about meth is I expected it to be like kind of cocaine or kind of like amphetamine to some degree, and I was expecting like a long-lasting cocaine high with a tiny amphetamine buzz kind of thing. I was thinking that I'd be on it, I'd be feeling good about myself, I'd be hyped up, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah, this is me. And then I'd come off it, I'd feel like shit for about 5 or 6 hours, and then I'd fall asleep. Didn't really go down like that. It's hard to explain. It was fucking amazing shit. I would do it again, but it was just too much. It was just too heavy for me, I'd say. It wasn't just the trip itself, it was the come down. It was the come down that fucking got me the most. It wasn't worth the experience. Like, it's hard for me to explain. Say with cocaine, if you were rude, you'd say to someone, like an officer or something, or you'd come up and you'd be cheekily like, I'm on cocaine. On methamphetamine, you wouldn't need to say I'm on methamphetamine, because like you're still hyped up visibly on coke, but you could hide it. You know, you could just act as though you're quite charming, or you're feeling giddy on that day, or you've just had a good day. You could just about get away with it, apart from maybe the physical weirdness that you get out of it. But with methamphetamine, you're just so buzzed, like your body is shaking, you feel extremely warm, your whole skin is just tingling and itching. It feels like I can feel myself kind of tingling now. It's like having nits all over your body, but it's not a bad feeling. Like when people say that and when it's explained to people, they kind of think like, oh no, that sounds horrible. It actually feels really nice and warm. And when you itch them and when you run around and shit, there's no pain, there's no nothing like that. It's just pure, unadulterated lust, pure fucking energy. It is raw and primal. It is like if I were to strip down naked and kill a bear with my bare fucking hands. That is how methamphetamine feels. You feel so fucking strong. It's like a very strange old tribal kind of warrior warlord, like invincible feeling. If I were to take meth right now, I would be running around this house screaming like a banshee. Anything that I wanted to do, anything I've been suppressing, money, anything, I'd spend all my cash. I'd go out, I'd go fucking crazy. I'd call people that I knew, and any kind of beef with them or any kind of thing, I'd be like, you know what, fuck you, but I don't care, man. I'm on top of the fucking world. If they challenge me to something, I'd just go and eat them alive. Literally, I'd just drive there, drive into the house, not thinking, oh, this is gonna hurt. And on the way, I'd probably be pretty paranoid because, like, your brain ticks over. Your brain's like ready to fight, ready to destroy something. And it's kind of like on the one hand you're invincible, on the other hand you're kind of like, oh, what's the risk? What's gonna happen? Where are we going? You're just so switched on. So a walk to the shops, which would probably take me, you know, a quarter to an eighth of the time because I'd be running or I'd be walking about 4 times my own speed. Normally I'd be thinking of the birds and walking around and thinking of something random. On a walk to the shop on methamphetamine, I'd probably run to the shop. I'd be thinking about all the things I need to do, all the things I need to tidy. But I'd probably have little paranoias, I'd have little itches, little ticks and hot flushes. Be thinking about police and stuff. So, yeah, there's a little aspect of paranoia. There's a creeping aspect of kind of feeling like some kind of weird evil is on the edge of you. Not in a bad way. It doesn't feel bad to you, but it feels like it's a bad thing, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like it's going to fuck you up. And it's kind of like, imagine elevating the childish part of your mind and emotions to its highest level. Not like when you take hallucinogens and you open yourself and you feel like a god state of mind in like the sense of attachment and wonder and amazement. It's more like things don't need to be amazing because you just feel so fucking good already. You are hyped for literally anything. You could go to the shop and someone else could buy something and you'd be like, "That's a fucking great thing to buy! You're the best, man! I used to buy that!" And you could run around there, you could go around the shops, you could get all this shit. It's strange. The childish parts of you, like your lust is hyperinflated, your energy drive, your anger, your frustration, all of that is kind of exemplified. And it's like, on the one hand, you could have a fucking awesome time, you could run around, you could dance, you could meet 100 women, and you know, you're horny as hell on meth. You can't do much, but you're horny as hell, and you'll find a fucking way on meth. And you'll fuck, and it'll be great, and you'll fuck the next person, especially if they're on meth. If you're all on meth, that's going to be an orgy if you're not taking it all the time, that is. But on the other hand, you know, if someone got violent with you, you could fight. And like, I'm a small guy, but if a guy twice my size, fully made of muscles, came up to me while I was on meth, or most people my size would probably just destroy that person, because just the chemicals in your brain are giving you so much energy. You could literally rip their skin apart, but you wouldn't see it in the same way you do on the street. Normally you'd probably have some rationality about it, think like, this guy's pretty big, or think like, this is this. Nah, your brain would just go warrior mode. You wouldn't think about the damage, you wouldn't think about the reality of the situation. You'd destroy this person, and before, during and after, you'd feel amazing, you'd feel righteous in what you were doing, and you'd be on top of it. You'd be fucking agitated, don't get me wrong. More agitated than normal, but not necessarily angry, just agitated, just rather than rather than like primal hatred. It's more frustration. But it's like, it's a childish kind of feeling. It's like the frustration that you kind of get when you're a kid and the adults keep beating you at a game, or when you're a kid and they won't let you do something, or your parents make you go to bed, or whatever kind of thing. Imagine that kind of thing. And if you don't have parents, like, I don't know, the other orphans were mean to you, or whatever the fuck. It's kind of that kind of feeling. You know, you become really childish, but it's an exemplified version. Like, children still have some level of empathy, some level of understanding. This is like having that childish bit with like some crazy fucking psycho who can't stop going 500 miles an hour. So before thinking about it, you've already just lodged into a situation, you're already there. So it can be quite dangerous to be on because it's sporadic as hell. But it is an amazing fucking experience. Like, you are just so damn hyped up that nothing could get you down, nothing could wear you out. You could run for days. Say you were wanting to clean your house, normally it'd take you, say, 8 hours slowly cleaning it. Half an hour on meth. You've cleaned your fucking house. You sit there for like 20, 30 seconds, which would be equivalent to, you know, sitting down for 15 minutes in the real world. And you look at your house, you look proud, and you're just like, yeah, that's fucking great. And then you just do the next fucking thing. You go drive somewhere, you go pick people up, you get pizza, you go do whatever the fuck. You just have so much goddamn energy. It's just fucking unreal. Your body's warm, but a problem with it is I couldn't piss properly while I was on meth. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but I kind of want to piss a lot, but not very much comes out when I'm on meth. So that's the thing I get. And also kind of like a feeling of immense regret constantly. Like, I'm kind of on edge. I'm regretting everything. I've got severe levels of anxiety, but at the same time, I'm the fucking king of the world. It's a very strange feeling. It's like you know that you're gonna fuck things up. You know you're gonna fuck yourself up. And on some level, you know you care, but in reality, you just don't. You can't think. But I don't know. In terms of dancing, in terms of running around, in terms of just insane productivity, in terms of just if you want to just go wild, not worry about anything, and just take the fucking world for about 18 hours, 14 hours, depending on how used to it you are and how many doses you have, it'll happen with meth. But there's not much self-control while you're on methamphetamine. I mean, like, even with cocaine, there's not much self-control, but with this stuff, it's insane. It's not comparable to coke or really amphetamine. The body tingles, the body buzz, the rushes, everything. It's levels above any other stimulant, really. But then again, I haven't taken MDPV, so I can't really say that yet. But yeah, the withdrawal was not like any other stimulant withdrawal I've had. The withdrawal was so severe on meth that for the most of it I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't. So I'd be there for 3 hours, my heart would be going, I'd be thinking that people wanted to kill me, and that's when the paranoia kicked in, was the withdrawal. I felt like the world was wrong, like everything I'd done the night before was fucked up. But then the weird thing is, like a week later, it was like it never happened. It was so fucking hardcore. It's like I just don't remember it. And I remember going into like automatic doing stuff while I was on my withdrawals, like washing the dishes and shit like that, and feeling upset, feeling ill, bursting out into tears constantly while on withdrawal, feeling like my stomach was fucked up, feeling like I needed to eat but I couldn't. I was just too anxious, and like my stomach just didn't like the idea of food for some reason. So I wanted to eat, I wanted to do stuff, but I couldn't. I was too socially paranoid to go out. I was too lackluster of energy to do stuff, but I had to do it, so I was doing it as if I'd not slept for like not 12 days, for maybe 4 days, and I'm walking around like I can't talk to people, I can't think about anything. I try to think about stuff, but it's just not straight. And that lasted probably for about 2 days each time. So for me, the come down wasn't worth it. The drug effects aren't worth having in your system. I'm not going to deny that they are amazing and that there's very little you can compare to the feeling of methamphetamine, but I don't know, maybe I would do it again at like a crazy sex orgy or a 15-hour dance party, but honestly, I don't think I'd want to. I think if I really needed to get high, or I really just decided that I could handle it and I wouldn't do it again for months, I just wouldn't. But the thing is, I can understand how people get addicted to this. It's something that I actually feel I could personally get addicted to, and that's quite a feat, to be honest. I feel that people who are addicted to meth probably fucking hate themselves. It's like a thing that if you're going to get addicted to, you have to hate yourself to stay in an addiction. And yeah, this level of suicidality on the withdrawal, and just the headaches and the fatigue, it was just, yeah, I would never want to go through the withdrawal again. And I don't know, I stay away from the stuff just because I remember how good it was, and sort of the level of detachment, and just how little I cared, how amazing things were, kind of makes me want to avoid it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking deep, really. Didn't realise it had affected me that much just on 2 turns. So yeah, my recommendation with this is just don't touch it, and if you're gonna touch it, be fucking careful. That's for me. For me, I don't know if I'll ever take it again or if I ever should, personally. So I don't know, but I won't lie to you. It's one hell of a drug. Yeah, be careful. Anyways, that was my video on methamphetamine. Hope you liked it. If not, let me know, and if you did, that's great, and thanks for watching. See you next time.